Welcome back, wellness community. Going to talk a little bit about oxalates today, what they are, and some foods that you should avoid to have optimal health because there's a lot of oxalates in a lot of things, especially spinach. Don't eat spinach. Spinach is garbage. um, so, what are oxalates? Oxalates are a plant defense chemical. The plant releases this to protect itself against predators from getting eaten, but yet the human predator still eats it. Silly we are, hey? So, oxalates are plant defense chemical, and they're not good for us. They're very anti-nutrient. They bind to like calcium, I believe zinc and iron, and they pull these minerals and hormones out of your body. Um, it's really it just wreaks havoc on your body. It messes with your. It can cause leaky gut. It's messes with your stomach lining. Um, so that's what oxalates are. We've kind of been told, or not kind of, we have been told, like to eat your spinach, drink your spinach and berry smoothie, and like, sure, there's some benefits. There's vitamin C. There's other things in there that are good, but there's so many of the anti-nutrients. There's phytic acid, which is an anti-nutrient, and there's oxalates, and these things wreak havoc on your gut, wreak havoc on your body. They cause uric acid to build up. They actually can contribute to and cause gout, which is horrible to have, and kidney stones. A lot of people, from what I've read and gathered in the research, have got kidney stones from eating too much oxalates. So some people are putting handfuls of spinach in their berry smoothie every day. That is an absolute recipe for disaster. It's not healthy. Stop fucking doing it. It's going to cause you problems eventually. It may not be now, but you can almost be sure it will end up causing you problems down the road. And I know it's crazy and maybe it's controversial to hear this, but it's true. This is what I'm saying is backed by science. Doctors actually even know, surprisingly enough, about oxalates, but they won't necessarily talk to you about a low oxalate diet unless you're having gout or things like kidney stones. So then usually they'll put you on a low oxalate diet. Um, like I said, they're really hard on your body. And I know in Western society, it's like eat your greens, eat this. Like here's some veggie straws. We snuck some vegetables into this potato chip, and it's full of seed oils and other bullshit. And it's almost strange how like we're having to like lace food with like these vegetables. And it's also kind of funny how kids don't like it. And I know there could be other reasons for it other than just being bitter, but like maybe, and I could be totally just dreaming this up, maybe kids are more sensitive to oxalates than adults. Who knows? Generally, kids are more sensitive than adults to most things, right? So that's just a theory I have. Could be completely wrong. Um, but yeah, just try your best to avoid these things. I'll list a few foods or handful of foods that are really high in oxalates, kind of like the worst offenders, and then you can just kind of go from there and try to avoid them. So one of the absolute worst one that I know of is spinach. It's crazy high. Like a cup of spinach uncooked, I think boiled, I think it ends up being the same amount of oxalates. But anyways, a cup of raw spinach is 1,510 milligrams of oxalates. It says in the book I'm reading, Toxic Superfoods, that it's good to not have more than 250 milligrams of oxalates. And so if you have one cup of spinach, you're getting like an insane amount more than your daily in oxalates. So imagine you doing that over years, right? It's not good. It's going to cause problems. And then, usually people are putting spinach in their fucking berry smoothie and all this. So they're just gaining so many friggin' oxalates. But anyways, yeah, that's one of the really bad ones. Another really bad one is rhubarb. Russet potatoes are really high in oxalates too. Beets are. Yams are fairly high. Sweet potatoes are up there a little bit. What else? Let me see here. So those are vegetables. I think grains like rice bran is really high. Buckwheat groats is high. Soy flour really high. Brown rice flour high. Cornmeal is high. Um, Things like beverages, like soy beverage, is really really high. About 336 milligrams per cup. Beans are pretty high. Navy beans, fava beans, and kidney beans. Kidney beans being low, about 15 for half a cup. Fava beans being half a cup is about 20 milligrams, and navy beans, half a cup is about 76. Soy nuts are really high. Almonds are very high, cashews are very high, and walnuts are very high, with soy nuts being the highest at about 392 an ounce, and almonds are about 122 an ounce. The fruit, the worst offenders there are pineapple, raspberries, and canned pineapples. Pineapples is about 60 for a cup. Raspberries about 40, I believe, to 48 for a cup. Canned pineapples about 40 for a cup. So things like miso soup, French fries, soy flour, those are also really high. Spices like allspice is quite high. Um, so yeah, those I'm just listing off like a bunch of things here for that. There's charts online there you can read. There's also a book called, like I said before, Toxic Superfoods. I think it's named or it's after Sally Norton, I believe. Just getting into it now. It's quite good. And yeah, so like she's got a list there too, and like okay, like don't eat um potatoes, have this instead, right? Don't have rice bran, have white rice instead, right? There's always like these eat this, don't eat this, eat this. So it's super helpful, and I'd encourage people to look it up. And one last little thing here too is vegan diet. It's yeah, unfortunately I know people maybe throw up their hands about this and get upset or whatever, but the research is there. You can look this up yourself. Don't take my word for it. Eating vegan is one, it's worse for the environment than eating meat. And I'm not talking about factory farming. Factory farming is crap. Don't agree with it. It's bullshit. I'm talking about regenerative farming, where the cows poop and pee in the soil and it regenerates it. When you're eating tons of plants, as like vegans tend to do, these plants are usually, most of them, sprayed with glyphosate. And glyphosate is fucking horrible for the environment. It's horrible for you. It goes into the soil, goes into the water supply, contaminates everything. It's really, really bad. The practice of veganism is not better for the environment than regenerative farming, eating meat and eating organs. These are better for you in so many other ways, and the literature is there. There's not even any argument there about it. I'm not trying to convert anyone to eat meat. Full disclosure, I eat meat. I eat lots of it. Nice 100% grass fed meat. I eat organs, desiccated organs. Don't eat it. I take them in a supplement form. And I don't take synthetic vitamins. I know if people are, being in the vegan space and doing that diet, a lot of them have to take a lot of supplements. And these supplements are minerals and vitamins that are synthetic. I don't think these are great for us, to be honest. There's lots of research out there pointing to the problems with them. But hey, to each your own. I'm not here to convince you to change your diet. I'm just here to give you information, and I hope it's helpful. And I once was eating like a vegan too. And honestly, I didn't do it long enough to notice any side effects, but there was there is something I have noticed in some people I have met in throughout my life, and they seem to be very angry. And of course, it's not just because they're vegan they're angry, but from what I do know is eating that way in so many eating so many lectins, oxalates, and phytic acid in their diet, those are all anti-nutrients. So it makes me kind of wonder, like maybe a lot of these people are, or some of these people are deficient in a lot of minerals and calcium and like just yeah, because all the anti-nutrients, they don't have proper nutrition. So it's messing with their mood, it's messing with their hormones, it's giving them all sorts of health problems and stuff. And yeah, like I hope I could just be here to like serve and help and like go, hey, you know what? Like I've been eating vegan for like 5 years and my mood's been shit. I've been depressed and anxious and all these things. And like, if that's been you, maybe you can, slowly phase out to something different, whether it's meat or whatever you want it to be. Um, yeah, like I notice even with myself, like my anxiety, the anxiety I had before, still have it sometimes, but I had really bad anxiety. It's basically like it's not really there too much. Like it's toned down a lot, and I've just been eating, like I said, grass fed meat and no seed oils, zero preservatives, nothing deep fried, and no processed sugar. And I've been having raw milk and raw cheese and things like that. So it's been super helpful for me, and I hope this video was helpful for you. It's the least I could do. If there's anything else you want me to speak of and talk about more in depth, I would love to and be honored to. But yeah, that's a little spiel on oxalates. We'll see you guys next time. Stay healthy.